As the world shifts towards mirrorless cameras, Canon brings out the 90D, a crop DSLR that shoots 32 megapixel photos and 4K video.
Guess what? We were just as surprised as you are that Canon would even consider or continue the DSLR lineup. The king is dead. Long live the king.
We bought it, we love it, and today we're going through the 5 reasons that we think you would love it too.
If you are new to our channel, we do awesome tech reviews and more, but mainly awesome tech reviews. Today is the day where we do more and review this Canon DSLR king.
Reason number 1, the ergonomics and the button layout.
The camera, the Canon 90D, weighs 710 grams. Just to put it into perspective, we looked at the Canon M6 Mark II and that's around 400 grams. We do have the Canon EOS R downstairs, that's around 600 plus minus gram. And you would think, well, this is the heaviest camera of all of them. But once you put a lens on, for example, on the EOS R, you're talking about 2.5 kilos with that really big lenses. And the ergonomics, the feel and the button layout is just really, really superb. Something you can't buy really, apart when you buy the Canon 90D. It is priceless. Everything is there where it needs to be. It is like Fisher Price, but professional.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It reminds me of being a kid and the Fisher Price products. You throw them in your bag, whatever you do, you're not going to hurt it. And you take it out, off you go.
The mode dial locks, you can't even shift it around. Everything is there where you need it, as we said. You have these joysticks on the back, you have the switch for camera to video also on the back, very easy, no touch bar involved, no fiddling around in a menu system. For the casual video shooter and photography shooter, that's a perfect ergonomics, I would say.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is it Tony proof?
Yes, it is. Yeah, we do talk a lot. There's no point talking about this camera. We don't show you any real life footage, right? So you're looking at the Canon 90D footage, 4K 25p, and it's a full sensor readout, right? It's no crop. The lens itself is the Canon EFS lens 10-18.
Reason number 2, the sensor does not have an additional crop.
And that's, I think, it's a first for any Canon camera, because we have the, as I said earlier, the EOS R downstairs, and it is a bit on the pain in the bottom, right? You go from full HD to 4K, and then you have a crop. Never mind enabling the digital image stabilization internally, which is actually really good on this camera, on any Canon camera, but that also crops in. And then by the time you finish cropping, you have a 50mm lens. That's kind of, and this is the first, you switch from full HD to 4K, there's no crop. So you can switch back and forth and there's no crop. There's a full sensor readout, and I think that's the first for Canon. That's one of the reasons why I really like this camera. This is probably not the best vlogging lens, but I just want to show you guys that you can really adjust that, or you can really use your other lenses in your arsenal if you like. This is the EF lens, the 16-35 at a constant aperture of 2.8.
Reason number 3, the battery life is stellar.
Check this out, 3 hours recording 4K, 4 hours recording full HD, and that makes life so much easier.
And what else makes it easier is that you can also use these batteries in the EOS R. So if you had the 2 cameras, you can use the same charging station.
Or in fact, the Blackmagic 6K came out. You can use that same battery, so you can swap around if you're into cameras, for example. But in any event, it does make it so much easier. You go on a shoot, you go in a half day into wherever you need to go. You just need that one battery, and it is really cool, right? If you have the M6 Mark II, for example, or the M50 we have, you need 3 or 4 batteries to shoot, right? So that's cool.
So reason number 4 is technically 2 reasons, the autofocus and the flip out screen.
Yeah, so that's a big one, and I know that's everybody knows that anyway, right? We have Sony cameras to shoot with. We tried other cameras, the GH5 and the autofocus. I'm sorry, it's just terrible. This one, pretty much 99% locks onto you in video mode with eye detection. It is pretty superb. The new Sony cameras do that as well, but with this flip out screen, right? Flip out screen, it does tilt in every single direction you want to have it tilted. And it makes it so much easier when you're out and about, do the B-roll, do any shots. You can see, you can monitor your audio. You don't block the screen by putting a microphone on with the Canon M6 Mark II or the Sony a6400, 6600. It is so much easier. And once You use the flip out screen to your advantage once you know how to use it properly, and once you have it on your disposal, it's priceless. You don't want to give that up, including the autofocus. That's it. You press record and off you go.
Reason number 5, and our last reason, and Jens's probably favorite reason, is the lens selection.
And that is a very personal reason, because we have a lot of EF lenses downstairs for the cameras we have, and it makes it easier. Whether you're buying into the system, whether you have this as a second camera, the EF lenses just fit and you can just swap around. You don't need an additional lens when you buy this camera, assuming you have EF lenses laying around. The lens selection itself, the variety of lenses is enormous, is huge. So that is also a reason to consider. We looked at the M6 Mark II and you have the M mount. And as we said, we have the M50 downstairs and there is not that much of a lens selection. The Sigma is coming out with the 16 1.4, I believe. But then you have that tiny body and that big lens and just an adapters when you want to put the EF on. It just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. On this one, lens selection is one of the best reasons, right?
And if you are anything like I am and you want it to be quick, easy, plug and play, off you go, the lens selection, you don't need an adapter or anything. You just choose a couple of lenses that you need, take them with you and off you go.
On this one, we have the 10-18, the wide angle lens in order to vlog, and then we use all the other EF lenses we have downstairs for any B-roll, for any secondary camera we want to have that in place for.
So in conclusion, what is the user case scenario for the 90D?
Yes, as we said at the beginning, everybody thought the DSLR is dead. Long live the king, right? So if you are a beginner, or I would even go as far as an advanced beginner, if there's such a thing, then this is perfect for you. If you want a Canon camera as a B camera, as a secondary camera, that's also a really, really good choice.
So who shouldn't buy this camera?
I think it's fair to say that when you have a professional video production company or you're doing professional videos like a videographer, then this is not for you. This is for the casual, aimed at the casual video shooters like us who want the ease of use, who want the ergonomics, who don't want to fiddle around with 14 million settings, but still get a good to brilliant or excellent picture quality.
So in short, it's for people like us who want a quick off you go, shove it in your bag, can't break it, can't do anything wrong with it, and off you go and you get a great picture at the end.
Guys, let us know in the comments below if you would buy the Canon 90D. We are really interested in that. Let us know in the comments below. Jens here from Also Space.
Tony the Card.
Thank you for watching. Peace out.